The moon shines bright on you. Good day, Internet. Today, I'm here with another figure review. And I'll be reviewing what you're seeing right now. S.H.Figuarts Super Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon. And I only got it recently. I think the only came out about a while ago. It's still fairly new. And I don't know, I was still on the fence about should I really get it? But it looks really cool. I like the design. I like the kind of upgrade from the regular Sailor Moon, and it stands out. That's like the thing. I don't focus on getting all the Sailor Moon figures. I just got the main ones and then the ones who stand out, which is definitely what this is, I think, to me at least. So, as usual, let's have first a little look at the box. There's nothing too fancy going on here. It's a regular window box with the S.H.Figuarts, Bandai, Tamashii Nations, Super Sailor Moon, Pretty Guardian Super Sailor Moon. We have a little picture of her on the front and on the side. Yep, stuff is going all over the place. And more stuff on the back with her posing. And some Japanese stuff I can't read because I can't read Japanese or talk Japanese. Never mind. Okay, so the overall likeness. I mean, at this point I don't even know why I'm doing this because the likeness is perfect. It's amazing. I'm not gonna say perfect again 25 times in a video or how many times that was. But I mean, it sure does look like Sailor Moon, and it looks like Super Sailor Moon to me, as far as I can remember. It's been a while since I watched the show. I kinda started watching some of the new stuff, like the reboot, the new show they're doing right now, actually, in 2015. But at some point it was kind of like, oh man, this is so girly. That's what it's supposed to be. So I can't really complain about that. I can't even put her down here. That's gonna be a problem. All right. So I wanted to just zoom in a little, get in a little close so you can look at the fine detail in the face, which I always like. I really love the painted on eyes and everything. It looks quite amazing, if you ask me. So just get an overall look at the stuff we're gonna work with here. I mean, I'll be looking at it in detail in a minute. She comes with a base with the Super Sailor Moon logo and the butterfly, and the moon shines bright. I always did that joke. Wasn't really a joke, but anyway. Okay, so the paint and the detail, just like with these S.H.Figuarts as usual, is clean, nicely done. I like the it doesn't really come over well on camera, but the entire white part here and all of this is like in a pearlescent white, so it's shiny, it's kind of glittery. It looks like a pearl because it's pearlescent. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. I think you should get a little bit of an idea what I mean. And it's mostly the white. I don't think. What about the red? No, the red is not really pearlescent. The blue is also kind of more shiny. It all looks like very bright, very shiny, and that's cool. I like that. She actually stands right now. Wow. Okay. They have all fairly tiny feet, so I'm really surprised that she's standing on her own right now. This is done very nicely. If the camera would focus on that, you know, the little transformy thing. There we go. She has her little necklace, and the bow tie. Also, everything nicely pearlescent, and goes over in like the hair and the ribbon part here. Get a little bit see-through over there. It's like a nice transition from the. Well, it's not really that much of a transition, but it looks cool. It looks like a silk, some silk stuff hanging out there. I'm not a fashion designer. I don't silk ribbon or whatever. And then the same thing is in the hair, which is getting more and more see-through as you go down. Which is a nice effect. I really dig that. I really do dig that. I think it looks great. and it really works for the whole Super Sailor Moon, more powerful, more shiny. She's a girl, I mean it's a girly girl show, so if she gets more powerful, she gets more shiny. I guess that makes sense. That makes sense to me. Okay, so articulation. It's standard S.H.Figuarts, if you know about it. The head goes back, the head goes back, not very much, but it goes forward. It seems to me like there is some articulation, there's some, the neck, you know, it's kind of attached, like there would be some articulation. But I've tried it before and I haven't really gotten out anything of that, so I don't know. The hair also is like on a ball joint in there, so it moves around quite nicely. You don't, I mean, it doesn't really go up or down. It's kind of, because it goes down in an angle here, you can only move it around, rotate it around in an angle, so there you go. But you wouldn't need much more of that, so really. Goes up as far as this piece lets it. Of course, that's in the way, so it doesn't go up more than that. Goes down all the way. Elbow goes about like that, in and out. Again, it's blocked by this piece. I need to get my finger out of the light. Out of the light. The hand, as usual. The hands always have like very good motion, and then this happens. Up. Well, we can actually see the joint here. So there you go. Torso articulation moves up here. Goes back. Not so much really. Goes forward. Like that kind of. It's kind of hard to get to on camera because this is in the way. But just so you know, if I'm fidgeting around a little bit, I'm sorry. So this part goes back fairly nicely, and goes forward. And you can move around these two, so you get enough out of that. Legs, so it goes out like that, goes in like that, and the knee goes forward, actually fairly nicely. The skirt is more of a soft plastic, so it doesn't get in the way of that. And then you bend the knee to that point, which always exposes this fairly ugly joint, but what are you gonna do? It's a very tiny figure, so I mean not tiny, but it's fairly small, so they can't really mold the knee here like they do with the with some of the Playout Sky. But again, those are bigger figures. The foot forward and backward doesn't go side to side, only back and forward. As I've already mentioned, this does not move around, which I mean, unless you want to put her in like a sitting pose or something, it's not gonna work, but it's not gonna get in the way anyway else. I mean, it could have been nice, but I don't know, I feel like, again, if you want to put her in like a sitting pose or something, that's not gonna work because this thing is not moving around. These things are not, I mean, they are soft plastic, so you can stretch them a bit, but there are no joints in there to help you move that out of the way if that's a concern of yours. So there you go. And let's look at the accessories. Let's see if I can stand her up a bit. I'm just gonna get her out of the way anyway. She does actually those things in the back. Those things in the back help her stand, which is like an extra, you know. So that's cool. You can stand here without the base if you don't feel like using the base. That's something to note. Okay, accessories. She comes with like the, I don't know what it is, the Holy Grail, I guess. I think it's one of the, it's the one thing that she needs to transform into Super Sailor Moon. I don't quote me on that. I don't remember that well. My hand is shaky. It's incredibly detailed. I really don't have a good grip on it like that. So if it's kind of shaky, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's nice and golden, pearlescent, with the little gems on there. The moon logo on the upper part. There's not like it's broken up there, but it's supposed to be the moon. And she comes with a scepter. Same thing, golden, tons of little detail, like the little points there on the side, and the gem in the middle, and the crown on top, and the moon logo inside there. The little stars down there. Nicely painted. Nothing bad to say about that. Nothing at all. Here are the hands, which, by the way, this is the first time I've seen this in an S.H.Figuarts figure, that they actually come with like this thing to put the hands on there. Doesn't seem like a big deal, but to me, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate something to hold them on, and it actually goes apart. So if you wanna, I don't know why you wanna do that, but actually there's like a hole in there, and there's the thing up there. So I think if they continue to do this, you can have like a tower of hands, which sounds pretty sweet to me. So this is the best way for me to showcase the hands. On the upper part, we have two open hands. Then we have like more karate hands. Then we have the Spider-Man hands, or metal. No, it's not really metal because the thumb is out there. Yeah, metal. No, that's not metal. Yeah, it's a typical Japanese like signs and stuff, you know. Also, have another look at the hands from this side, and all the hands are also nice and pearlescent like the rest of the figure, so that's really fitting. She has like a closed face, like she's summoning something or whatever. Maybe she's taking a nap. Whatever you feel like, man. Then she has like a more serious face, a little more angry, and then she comes with the angry mouth, angry face with the open mouth. As usual, all of them are very nicely painted. All the detail in the eyes, the earrings, the tiara. Everything is very tricky. Alright, so to wrap things up, I have a little comparison time. If you want to know how does this figure hold up, or how does it set itself apart, how does it stand next to the original Sailor Moon release. We have them both, and for this I'm going to actually move around with the camera a little bit. It's always kind of, with my setup, it's always kind of tricky. The original one has kind of more rounded eyes. To me, it looks like it. Or maybe I'm just thinking it. But you judge for yourself. The left one definitely have a little bit of darker tone in the hair. Right one's definitely brighter. They have different chokers or necklaces, whatever you want to call it. Of course, there's different molding here, like this part is not on that one, and all the little detail in here. Of course, the color, this one's pearlescent, this one's not. This is like a lot more flat. Well, it's also a little bit shiny in the glass, but there's definitely a difference there. Also, the Super Sailor Moon has longer hair, and the boots are brighter. I don't know why, but they are. And obviously the Super Sailor Moon has the ribbon on the back, so much for the differences. Let's have another look. I mean, the regular Sailor Moon also has a ribbon on there, but it's much shorter, and you don't even see it. She's gonna fall if I let her go. Let it go. No, stop. If you want me to review this one, just leave a comment. I actually haven't reviewed any of the older Sailor Moon figures. I have all the five. I have the 5 main Sailor Warriors. I also have Tuxedo Mask, which I don't know if I review them or not. But before we look into the future and future reviews, let's wrap this one up, shall we? Yes. So this was S.H.Figuarts Super Sailor Moon. I like the figure. It definitely it's a bit different than the original one. It's not gonna change anything. It's not one of those figures which is like has amazing new features or new mode. It's obviously, it's Sailor Moon again with different colors and a couple of different details. I really like the Tower of Hands that they're doing. I hope they continue with doing that, because it's easier to keep your stuff when it's like nice and attached like there. So there you go. That's all I have to say about the S.H.Figuarts Super Sailor Moon. Good figure, nicely done, tons of detail, color is done amazingly, and really nothing disappointing here. Maybe the only thing you could complain a little bit about is that it's kind of unclear in the head here. It's like not really that big of a deal. Overall, I like the figure. I like the look, I like the color, I like the articulation, but it's like standard S.H.Figuarts, which we've come to expect, and it's amazing. Well done. Thumbs up. There it is. If you like this figure review, feel free to leave a like and maybe subscribe. I have more figure reviews coming on the way, alongside gaming stuff, which I'm also going to continue to do. Gaming stuff, Pokemon, Smite, whatever I feel like, man. And also streaming, by the way, if you want to get in on the live action. Links are down below. Thanks for the support, guys, and I'll be back soon with more figure reviews. See ya!